Have you ever been watching a chill anime and then bam, suddenly your brain short circuits, your jaw hits the floor, and you scream, "NANI?" so loud your ancestors hear it? Yeah, same. Anime has a nasty habit of reeling us in with cuteness and then roundhouse kicking us in the soul with twists we didn't see coming. Today, we're counting down the top 10 anime plot twists that made me scream, NANI! These are the moments that made us question reality, trust issues included. Spoiler warning, we're going full spoilers here. So if you haven't seen these shows, either proceed with caution or embrace the chaos. Let's go. On number 10, we have Made in Abyss. That's not how you use anesthesia. Made in Abyss starts like a Ghibli daydream. Mysterious creatures, a whimsical world, and kids on an epic cave adventure. Riko wants to descend into the abyss to find her mother. She meets Reg, a stretchy robot boy with no memories. Adorable, right? They bond, they joke, they explore. You let your guard down. Then episode 10 says, LOL, no more fun, and emotionally dropkicks you. Riko gets poisoned, and not take a nap and walk it off, poison. This is eyeball bleeding, organ twisting agony. Her arm balloons up like it's trying to escape her body. And Reg, this poor robo kid, is now forced to do emergency surgery with no tools, no knowledge, and way too many feelings. Oh yeah, he has to break her arm, slice it open, scream, cry through the pain, then cauterize it with a glowing red blade while begging her not to die. The sound design is too good. You feel every snap, every cut. I was curled into a human pretzel whispering, I thought this was about friendship. And if that's not enough, let's talk about Mitty. Sweet, squishy Mitty. She used to be human until she and Nanachi were used as guinea pigs by Bondru, the world's most evil science teacher. Now, Mitty's a blob that can't die. She's in constant pain, but somehow still radiates love. Nanachi begs Reg to end it, and he does. No music, just stillness, just mercy. That's when you realize Made in Abyss didn't just traumatize you, it trained you to hope, just to weaponize that hope against you. I came for cute kids and cave exploration. I left hollow. NANI level, 9 out of 10. Up next on number 9, Attack on Titan. Surprise, you're the villains! Attack on Titan, the show that tricks you into thinking it's just humans fighting naked giants. Season 1? Simple. Humanity is dying. Titans are munching people like Doritos. Eren Yeager screams his way through trauma, vengeance, and puberty. You think, okay, cool. Eren wants to kill all Titans because one ate his mom like a breakfast burrito. Then Season 2, Episode 6 slaps you. Reiner walks up to Eren like he's gonna confess to breaking a plate, and then drops the line, oh yeah, I'm the armored Titan. Bertolt? He's the colossal Titan. We destroyed the wall. Oops, hold up. You don't just say that. That's not a twist. That's a bomb disguised as a casual conversation. You sit there frozen, rewinding like, did I miss a dramatic drum beat? A music cue? Something? These were friends, they cried together, fought side by side, and now you find out they've been the enemy the whole time, and it's not even the betrayal that hits hardest. It's the emotional fallout. Reiner's so messed up, he literally breaks into two personalities. One minute he's your comrade, the next he's your destroyer. Bertolt just stands there silently sobbing while committing war crime. And Eren? He snaps. That scream he lets out after Reiner confesses? That wasn't voice acting, that was a soul leaving the body. This twist didn't just shift the plot. It rebooted the entire narrative. Titans? Not monsters. They're people. There's a whole other continent, with their own stories, pain, and propaganda. Suddenly, it's not good versus evil. It's grief versus revenge versus centuries of lies. Also, shout out to Dave in accounting. I'm watching you. You might be a Titan too. NANI level, 10 out of 10. Number 8, Death Note. L died and so did my soul. Death Note is the anime version of what if Sherlock Holmes and Moriarty were hot, unhinged teenagers? Light Yagami finds a notebook that lets him kill anyone. And L? The weird, sugar-gobbling detective who sits like a gremlin. He's the only one smart enough to catch him. For 25 episodes, they're locked in the world's most intense brain chess match. Every conversation feels like a sword fight. Every glance, every sugar cube is strategy. Then comes episode 25. Rain falls. L looks at Light. Light looks back. And he smiles. And he smiled. That smile? That's the endgame. Quench it into VR. You realize Light has won. L is going to die. And sure enough, it happened. VR. No explosion. No last-minute twist, just quiet betrayal. And L falls like any other side character. TR. You scream, NANI? Not because it was unexpected, but because you were in denial. The twist isn't just that L dies, it's that the story keeps going without him. Enter Near and Mellow, Two new detectives that are basically L split into quiet genius and violent maniac. They're fine. But let's be real. When L died, a piece of your soul left with him. Also, that moment where L washes Light's feet like some cursed biblical scene before dying? Yeah, that still lives rent-free in my nightmares. Death Note didn't just kill a character, it killed the core rivalry that made the show what it was. And we all just sat there, broken, watching Light descend into god-complex madness with nobody left to challenge him. NANI level 9 out of 10. On number 7, we have School Live. This isn't a slice of life, it's a slice of death. You start School Live thinking it's gonna be another cozy, quirky anime about high school girls living at school. The intro is sunshine and sparkle. The music is cheery. The girls are growing vegetables and chasing puppies in the hallways. And then, episode 1 ends. The camera pans out. The school is destroyed. Windows shattered. Desks overturned. Blood on the walls. And Yuki doesn't see any of it because she's hallucinating. She's mentally broken after a zombie apocalypse, living in denial while her friends play along to keep her sane. That cute puppy? Dead. Those fun classes she keeps talking about? Ghosts. And her friends? They're fighting off zombies in secret, pretending everything's okay so Yuki doesn't break completely. This isn't just a twist, it's a genre shift. From cute slice of life to psychological survival horror in the blink of an eye. You go back and rewatch the intro. Suddenly, every smile is painful. Every cheerful moment, a coping mechanism for mass trauma. And what makes it worse? The girls choose to protect Yuki's illusion, even when it's dangerous, because her smile is the only piece of normalcy left. This anime lied to your face for 20 minutes, and you loved it, until it ruined you. Now you side-eye every cheerful anime intro like it's hiding a corpse behind the chalkboard. NANI level, 10 out of 10. Number 6, we have Puella Magi, Madoka Magica. Becoming a magical girl was a mistake. You boot up Madoka Magica, expecting rainbows, sparkles, and maybe a few lessons on friendship. The art style screams Sailor Moon energy. The music? Uplifting. Pastel everything. Then episode 3 goes plot twist and rips off Mami's head. No warning, no build-up. 1 second she's twirling pistols like a magical queen. The next, a monstrous ribbon thing appears and just chomps. Blood everywhere. Her body hits the floor. Silence. Then the cheerful ending theme plays, like nothing happened, like your entire world didn't just collapse. And that's just the beginning. Turns out the adorable cat alien mascot, Kyuubi? Yeah, he's not a mentor. He's a manipulative alien soul merchant. He tricks traumatized girls into making wishes in exchange for magical power. Sounds okay, until you find out the fine print. Making a wish rips out your soul, stores it in a gem, and turns your body into a magic puppet. And when that gem gets corrupted, you become the very witches you're supposed to be fighting. It's not a hero's journey. It's an emotional Ponzi scheme. And Madoka? Sweet, selfless Madoka? She holds out. Refuses to make a wish until the very end. Then she makes the ultimate sacrifice. She becomes a literal cosmic god, rewriting reality to save all magical girls by erasing herself from existence. The show promised sparkle. It delivered existential despair in glitter packaging. And Kyuubi's just sitting there like, yeah, emotional agony powers the universe. You're welcome, bro. NANI level, 11 out of 10. Up next on number 5, we have Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, the Nina scene. You know the one. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood gives you action, philosophy, alchemy, and trauma that hits like a train. At first, it's hopeful. The Elric brothers are trying to restore their broken bodies after a failed resurrection. They visit Shotucker, a state alchemist with a sweet daughter, Nina, and a big fluffy dog. It's one of the few moments of peace in the show. Nina plays with Alphonse. Edward smiles. You let your guard down. Then you remember, Tucker's specialty is chimeras, creatures made by fusing beings together, and then it hits you. To keep his state license, Tucker sacrifices Nina. He fuses her with the dog, and when the creature turns to Ed and says, "Edward, play with me," you freeze. Nope, no thank you. I didn't sign up for this emotional horror. Tucker doesn't even pretend to be sorry. He stands there like, yeah, well, science, and Ed nearly beats him into the floor. The government shows up, brushes it under the rug, and Nina is put down. Scar ends her suffering. The twist isn't just the act, it's the sheer coldness of the world afterward. This wasn't a side character. This was a child, a bright, innocent soul the show made you care about, just to break you. Every time someone brings up Full Metal Alchemist, you don't think about battles or philosophy. You think of Nina, and you hurt. NANI level, 11 out of 10, and a lawsuit for emotional damage. On number 4, we have Steins Gate. Oh, you thought you could save her? Steins Gate starts like nerdy sci-fi fluff. Okabe, the self-proclaimed mad scientist, and his group of quirky friends accidentally invent a time machine. They start sending text messages to the past. It's all fun and memes, until it's not. Because eventually, messing with time has consequences. And the consequence is Mayuri's death. She dies, repeatedly, in different ways, in different timelines. No matter what Okabe does, she dies. The light goes out of her eyes. Again and again and again. It becomes a time loop of trauma. Okabe's mind fractures. You watch him slowly lose the will to fight. And just when he thinks he can fix it, to save Mayuri, he has to let Kurisu, the woman he loves, die instead. And when he tries to save her later, she remembers everything. She knows what he gave up, what he suffered through. And it breaks her too. She remembers everything. This isn't just time travel. This is emotional calculus. Every choice is pain. Every timeline is loss, numbers everything. The twist isn't about who lives. It's about how much Okabe breaks trying to decide who deserves to live. The real horror of Steins Gate? Knowing that some tragedies just can't be avoided. Not without trading one soul for another. NANI level. 10 out of 10. Number 3, Neon Genesis Evangelion, The End of Everything. Neon Genesis Evangelion starts with giant robots punching cosmic monsters. You think, cool, I've seen this before. Depressed teenager pilots a mech, fights weird alien. What could go wrong? Everything. Everything goes wrong. Shinji Ikari, the most reluctant protagonist in anime, is forced into combat against terrifying beings called angels. At first, it's confusing. Then, it's unsettling. Then it becomes psychological warfare. Each battle chips away at him and at you. The line between what's real and what's in Shinji's mind starts to blur. Then comes episodes 25 and 26, and the show just breaks. No more giant robots, no more battles, just abstract visuals, voiceovers, flashbacks, sketches, inner monologue. We're no longer watching a story, we're inside Shinji's brain. He's not fighting angels anymore. He's confronting himself. Then comes the Instrumentality Project. Humanity dissolves. Every person on Earth becomes one collective consciousness. There's no more separation, just raw emotion, shared trauma, and existential dread. And the twist? It's not the end of the world. It's the end of Shinji's world. A full mental collapse disguised as a cosmic event. The final scene? Shinji whispers, "Thank you," and smiles while the audience sits in stunned silence, trying to figure out what just happened. It's not satisfying, it's not clear, but it's honest. It's an exploration of depression, isolation, and the terrifying idea that the biggest enemy might just be yourself. It wasn't an ending, it was therapy. Animated, NANI level, 12 out of 10. On number 2, we have The Promised Neverland. The farm was never safe. The Promised Neverland lulls you into a false sense of security from the very beginning. You meet a group of adorable, intelligent kids living in a perfect little orphanage. They play tag, they study, they love mom, their kind caretaker. Then they try to deliver a forgotten stuffed toy to a girl who just got adopted and find her dead, her body lifeless in a truck, being shipped as meat. Turns out the orphanage is a farm. The kids are being raised, loved, educated, cared for, just to be fed to monsters. And mom? She's not a caregiver. She's the manager of the slaughterhouse. The horror isn't just the betrayal, it's the scale of it. Everything they've ever known is a lie. The outside world isn't safe. It's worse, deadly. And these aren't teenagers. They're 10 years old. And now they're plotting to escape a death farm while pretending everything's fine. The psychological tension is unreal. The fear of being caught. The realization that the adults you trusted were never on your side. It's survival horror wearing a bedtime story as a mask. When the kids finally escape, you exhale, only to realize they've stepped into a world that's completely ruled by monsters. Will not. There's no rescue coming, no magic key to freedom, just strategy, pain, and a war no child should have to fight. This isn't a twist. It's a full betrayal of innocence, a declaration that in this world, hope is a dangerous thing. NANI level, 13 out of 10. Finally, on number 1, Berserk the Eclipse. If you've seen Berserk, you already know where this is going. You follow Guts, the Black Swordsman, through a brutal medieval world filled with war, demons, and vengeance. But then you get the Golden Age arc. You meet Griffith, the ambitious leader of the Band of the Hawk. And for a while, it feels like a classic rise to glory story. Guts, Griffith, and their band of warriors become legends. They fight together, they laugh together, they bleed for each other. Then Griffith's ambition outpaces his soul. He sacrifices them all. Welcome to the Eclipse, a hellish event where time stops, the sky turns red, and Guts and his comrades are offered up in a demonic ritual. Griffith accepts, and becomes a godlike demon in exchange for their lives. He slaughters his entire army, his family, his friends, and worse, he lets Guts live, just so he can watch it happen. This isn't just betrayal, it's annihilation. Guts loses everything: his lover, his brotherhood, his reason to live. And Griffith, once a man of elegance and vision, now stands over their corpses as a monster, reborn as a member of the God Hand. The eclipse doesn't just mark a turning point, it is the emotional death of the story's soul. From that moment on, Berserk is no longer about dream, it's about rage, about clawing your way out of despair with bloodied hands and broken faith. The bull, there is no coming back, only forward, only revenge. Bull or revenge. NANI level, 15 out of 10, and a permanent emotional scar. And there you have it, the anime plot twists that took our heart, punched them, set them on fire, and then asked us to thank them for it. Let me know in the comments which twist broke you the most, or which one made you yell "NANI" loud enough to summon your ancestors. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Until next time, remember, if an anime starts wholesome, run.